Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on the Arrowverse. Today we're going to be talking about some interesting piece of news that was just released the other day that's to do with a past Arrow character. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Just a quick reminder that merch is now available on my new clothing line, which is in the link in the description below. It's the DCTVshow.tmail.com. If you buy anything from the store, you are supporting the channel and I greatly appreciate it. Also, I want to remind you guys once again, I'm doing a giveaway and that is for anyone that buys 2 or more items from the store. You'll be given a special giveaway item that is Arrowverse related that will be sent to you via the post. It's going to be signed by me and everything, so it's just a big extra thank you to you guys. But basically that offer ends on the 15th of December. Today is the 8th of December, so please be sure to get on it if you want to get on it because it's a limited time offer. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So as you guys know, everything at the CW has been up in the air, especially to do with the Arrowverse. Well, especially in terms of what we're concerned about, right? Because so many of our shows have been cancelled. We've talked about this non-stop. They cancelled Legends, they cancelled Batwoman, they cancelled Stargirl, they cancelled Naomi. Literally all the news we've been getting since Nexstar took over the CW, which was like a couple months ago, has been bad, and they've been pretty much going out in the press and confirming all of this and being like, yes, we got great plans, we're going to make a bunch of money, but we don't basically care about your shows. And so obviously a lot of us fans of the Arrowverse have been very confused, very sad, very upset, and naturally we kind of want to know what's going on with the future of our shows, and they haven't been completely like frank with us yet, so we don't know the ins and outs of, is the Arrowverse going to continue on the CW, or is it actually going to die and go away? Is that their plan? Well, they haven't told us that yet. So right now, fans are left speculating, and with all the bad news, fans are expecting more bad news in terms of future shows, if there are any at this rate. So this is where today's video topic comes in. And so this is to do with David Ramsey's new show that is currently supposedly in the works, that being DCEU. Now, DCEU is an Arrowverse show. It is a spin-off of a supposedly Arrow, but potentially with the version of John Diggle we saw from Superman Lois. At least that's what David Ramsey was teasing a couple months ago at a con. But basically what's important is it's an Arrowverse show. It's been developed over at the CW, and so naturally fans have assumed, including myself, that DCEU is probably dead in the water right where it stands. There's no point in them putting in any more effort because clearly at this rate the CW and Nexstar are showing no interest in developing any further shows that are fictional, that are expensive, and that are kind of Arrowverse or Warner Brothers related, because it seems with Warner Brothers kind of taking a step back, maybe at one point they're going to have to pay for character rights, plus it's in general quite expensive to make Arrowverse shows. Like Superman Lois is costing the CW a lot of money, and that's one of the reasons why they're trying to get rid of so many shows. And these fictional drama shows, literally, they cost the most, and that's, you know, not always reciprocated in terms of like the actual live viewer ratings, which Nexstar is obviously paying a lot of attention to. So with their mindset, it's just natural to assume that the future is not going to be good with them in charge of the CW and the Arrowverse still sticking around. Like, there is little chance it's going to continue. But basically on David Ramsey's Instagram, someone called Diego, another fan, sent in a comment, and his comment said this: "Any news on DCEU? It's been a rough couple months for DC fans after all the cancellations." And then David Ramsey actually replied, like he's replying to a journalist or something in an interview. I think he knows what he's doing. He knows people are going to pick up on it and is going to get some traction, and obviously they're going to gauge that traction. I mean, we're making a video on it, so there you go. But he replies, "I know," in regards to it's been a rough couple of months for DC fans after all the cancellations, and he says, "And thank you and everyone else for sticking with us. The smoke is clearing, can't be specific just yet, but good stuff is in the works." And so what can we infer from this? This is what we're going to be talking about here. So what he says first off is, obviously he knows, and everyone I think that's working on a CW show right now, or even just a Warner Brothers project, knows of the struggles of being a fan of these shows right now, of being a creator, of being anyone that is kind of linked to these shows at all, because there is literally no good news coming out anywhere. And so I really like the fact that he actually acknowledges that, and with him being someone that's actively involved in the Arrowverse and the CW, like, I think he's still directing an episode or two of Superman and Lois this season, so he's still involved. Plus also he is also at the same time developing Justice U, supposedly, that's continuing. And so in regards to Justice U and the Arrowverse, he says the smoke is clearing. And I think what he means by the smoke is clearing is in terms of the chaos of the last few months, in terms of all the news to do with the CW, it's probably clearing now. And like you saw the CW, the new entertainment president, he was actually teasing the new season of The Flash, saying it's great, catch up now, we're going to have a great final season of The Flash. So I believe that they're in this stage where they've kind of done their best at removing what they think is not that essential to their network, and also what's expensive, but also at the same time now maybe they're going to start doing some damage control, because as of right now I haven't seen much damage control in terms of like in the press. They haven't really been impressing anyone in terms of fans. Like the only thing that the CW and Nexstar are doing is just, you know, driving more fans away. And so with them doing that Flash press release, I think they were striking a different tone. It seemed very different in terms of what they've said in recent months. So seemingly with the smoke comment that David makes, seemingly stuff behind the scenes is also just about clearing. Like, it's not absolutely clear yet. There is still some remnants of the smoke, but there is some sort of figure that they can see beyond that smoke. You know, like their eyesight is becoming more clear, if you get the kind of allegory, right? So you can see the kind of plans that the CW has for the network, and if there is going to be any space for the Arrowverse. I believe David Ramsey and the people working on Justice U and other shows out there are probably just starting to see what the actual plans are, and it's not just all chaos, because that's definitely what's been happening recently. It's just been absolute chaos in terms of the CW. And so he says, can't be specific just yet, but good stuff is in the works. So obviously can't be specific because nothing's been announced, and obviously the CW is going to want to announce anything if they have anything to announce. And obviously this is just David Ramsey teasing. He could just be teasing for the sake of getting publicity and more attention back on Justice U. However, I don't think he's doing that on purpose. I think he's saying can't be specific just yet, but good stuff is in the works, because I think he truly believes there is a chance that this show, Justice U, could actually go forward. And as of right now, it seems people are still working on the show. David Ramsey's still putting his attention on it. He hasn't thrown it away, which is obviously the biggest piece of news from this comment. The fact that it's not dead in the water. It's not fully cancelled yet. Like, they haven't completely scrapped it. It's still a project that's ongoing. So that just means kind of good things for us right now. Like, we can be optimistic without getting too hyped that potentially this isn't it for the Arrowverse. Now, this could be totally different in terms of like what they're actually planning. Like, they might actually be planning to put something like Justice U on a different network or streaming service. But from the way that he talks about it, he doesn't tease anything like that, like no big changes. So with the smoke clearing, it seems, you know, right now he just can't announce anything, and they're not going to like fast track the show, but it's still out there churning, and you know, they've made the scripts, and I know that he's done a couple of drafts of it. I don't know if they've approved a pilot yet. You probably would hear about that on the news from some of the big TV trades. But as of right now, yeah, it's still going on. This is big confirmation, and I would say it's a good step forward for the Arrowverse. But I have to mention to you guys, like, please don't get too optimistic that this is definitely coming, because this is not confirmed. This is just coming from David Ramsey's mouth, well, his keyboard, I guess. And this all well could just be, you know, some open in the public publicity to get hype built up once again for the show, because like I mentioned, literally everyone's thinking all these shows are dead, and so maybe there is hope yet. So that pretty much does it in regards to today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And I want to remind you guys that you have 7 days until the end of the special giveaway. Link is in the description below to my merch store, where you can get cool hoodies, cool t-shirts, and they all say the DCTV show. They're simple, they're nice, they're comfy. It's great, and I really appreciate everyone that's bought some merch so far. You guys know who you are, and you're going to be getting your Arrowverse giveaway item very soon. So if you want to get in on that, link is in the description below. So for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, but I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.